As we get older, something shifts in the way we look at food. It's no longer just about calories or protein or whatever diet trend is popular this year. Food becomes something deeper, almost like a kind of wisdom. We start noticing how certain meals make us feel lighter, calmer, more ourselves, and how others leave us tired, heavy, or restless. It's as if the body, with all its years of experience, finally speaks up and says, "Please feed me what helps me live, not just what fills me up." That's one of the reasons Japan fascinates me so much. This small country, scattered with islands and surrounded by the sea, is home to some of the longest living people in the world. Many live past 90 with clear minds, strong legs, and a quiet joy that doesn't seem forced. And when you look at their lives, you realize something simple. In Japan, food isn't treated like fuel. It's treated like a daily ritual of balance, gratitude, and gentle nourishment, a way of taking care of the body the same way you would care for a garden, patiently, respectfully, a little at a time. So today, I want to share with you 5 humble Japanese foods that older adults there eat every single day. Not rare ingredients, not expensive supplements, just simple dishes that help them stay strong, calm, and deeply alive, even in their 80s, 90s, and beyond. And maybe as we explore them together, you'll find one or two that your own body has been quietly asking for too. Number 1, Bento, the art of eating. Enough, enhanced with scientific insights. You know, every time I think about longevity in Japan, my mind always returns to something incredibly humble, the bento. At first glance, it's just a simple lunchbox, a small serving of rice, a piece of fish, a handful of vegetables, maybe a slice of fruit. But look a little deeper, and you'll see an entire philosophy of living woven into that tiny box. The Japanese call it hara hachibu. Stop eating when you're 80% full. It may sound poetic, but it's backed by real science. Researchers studying Okinawan centenarians, people who routinely live past 90 and even 100, discovered that eating slightly less doesn't deprive the body, it protects it. When we stop at 80% full, digestion becomes easier, inflammation drops, and the body is less likely to store excess calories as fat. This gentle calorie reduction has been linked in multiple studies to improve blood sugar control, lower cholesterol, and reduced risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that adults who naturally practiced moderate calorie intake showed better metabolic health and slower cellular aging. Another study from the National Institute on Aging suggests that mild caloric moderation can enhance autophagy, the body's natural process of repairing damaged cells. It's like giving your body a chance to tidy up and heal a little each day. And that's where the bento shines. It's not about restriction, it's about balance. Scientifically sound balance. A small handful of rice for steady glucose release. A piece of grilled fish rich in omega-3s shown in Harvard studies to reduce inflammation and support brain health. Fresh vegetables full of polyphenols and fiber to nourish the gut microbiome. A bit of fruit for natural antioxidants. Every part of a bento is portioned with intention, enough to nourish but never overwhelm. And for older adults, that balance matters more than ever. It keeps digestion smooth, prevents energy crashes, and supports a healthy weight without ever feeling deprived. When you open a bento, it's as if the meal itself is whispering, "Slow down, eat gently, give your body exactly what it needs, nothing more." Maybe that's something our modern world has forgotten, that longevity isn't created through excess, but through mindfulness. It's not about stuffing ourselves because the plate is big. It's about listening to the body, honoring fullness, and letting food be a source of lightness rather than heaviness. And that's the quiet, powerful wisdom of the bento, a small box teaching a big lesson. Healthy aging is built not on big sacrifices, but on small, thoughtful choices repeated every day. Number 2, pickled ginger, the warming root, with deep scientific insight. You've probably seen those soft pink slices beside sushi, the delicate pickled ginger the Japanese call gari. To many people, it's just a palate cleanser, something to refresh the mouth between bites. But to older generations in Japan, ginger is far more than that. It's a quiet protector, a warming root that supports the body in ways modern science is only beginning to understand. Ginger has been used in Asian medicine for over 2,000 years, and for good reason. As we age, circulation naturally slows, metabolism becomes less efficient, and inflammation tends to rise. Ginger gently pushes back against all of that. Inside every slice of pickled ginger are compounds called gingerols and shogals, powerful anti-inflammatory molecules. Studies published in the Journal of Pain Research show that ginger can reduce chronic inflammation at levels comparable to some mild medications, but without the side effects. And researchers at Columbia University found that just a small daily amount of ginger can improve blood flow, helping warm the hands and feet, something many older adults struggle with. But the benefits don't stop there. Ginger has a natural antibacterial quality that protects the digestive system, especially when paired with raw fish. That's why sushi restaurants always serve it, not just for taste, but for safety. And when it comes to heart health, ginger's impact is remarkable. Research from the International Journal of Cardiology suggests that regular ginger intake can help reduce LDL cholesterol and support healthier blood pressure levels. It warms, it protects, and it keeps the blood moving smoothly, like tending a small fire inside the body that keeps you energized through the day. Japanese elders often eat a little pickled ginger in the winter. They say it wakes up the body, and honestly, there's truth in that. Ginger activates brown fat, increases thermogenesis, and gives a gentle lift in energy without caffeine or sugar. It's not a jolt. It's more like a soft sunrise inside you. But maybe the part I love most is how simple it is. Just a slice or two with meals. No pills, no complicated routines. Just a tiny habit that keeps the body warm, the blood moving, and the immune system quietly supported. In a world where we're pressured to buy more, take more, consume more, ginger reminds us that sometimes the smallest things can bring the greatest comfort, especially after 50, when warmth and circulation mean everything. That's the beauty of pickled ginger. It's not dramatic. It's not trendy. It simply takes care of you, the way an old friend does, gently and consistently, one meal at a time. Number 3, barley tea, calm in a cup, with deep scientific insight. If you ever visit a Japanese home in the summertime, you'll almost always find a picture of something cool and golden sitting quietly in the refrigerator. It isn't soda, it isn't juice, and it isn't iced coffee. It's barley tea, mugicha. A simple drink, yet one that holds a kind of calm that many of us forget to look for as we get older. What makes mugicha special isn't just that it's caffeine-free or that it's refreshing on a hot day. It's the way it supports the body so gently, the way a good friend offers comfort without making a big fuss. Barley itself is rich in polyphenols, natural antioxidants that help protect blood vessels from oxidative stress, the same stress that contributes to high blood pressure, hardened arteries, and age-related inflammation. Several studies from Japanese universities have shown that regular consumption of barley tea may help lower systolic blood pressure and support better circulation in older adults. And there's something even more interesting. Barley tea contains compounds that may help reduce the formation of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, the harmful molecules that accumulate with age and contribute to stiff joints, cloudy thinking, and premature cellular aging. Drinking Mugisha is like giving your cells a little shield, a quiet layer of protection they don't have to fight for. Many people don't realize this, but the digestive benefits are also remarkable. Because barley is naturally alkaline, Mugisha has a soothing effect on the stomach. It reduces acid irritation, calms reflux, and supports the gut, all without the harshness of caffeinated drinks. That's one reason Japanese parents give it to children, and why Japanese elders drink it daily. It's safe, it's gentle, it simply feels good. But beyond the science, there's a kind of emotional truth to barley tea. When you hold a cold glass of mugisha, beads of condensation sliding down the sides, something inside you relaxes. It's a small invitation to slow down, to breathe, to remember that not everything has to push, energize, or stimulate. Some things can simply restore. In a culture as fast-paced as ours, that kind of calm is rare. But in Japan, it's part of everyday life. They drink mugicha the way some people light a candle or take a gentle walk, as a way to return to themselves. And maybe that's what makes this humble drink so powerful. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand attention. It just supports the heart, soothes the stomach, protects the vessels, and gives the body a moment of peace, especially after 50, when peace is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. That's the beauty of barley tea, a simple cup, a quiet breath, and a reminder that the path to longevity can be as gentle as a sip. Number 4, Nattomago Gohan, morning energy the Japanese way, with deep scientific insight. If you've ever watched a Japanese morning routine, you might notice something surprising. While many of us here in the US start our day with toast, cereal, or a cup of coffee, older Japanese adults often begin their morning with something far simpler and far more powerful. Nattomago Gohan. At first glance, it might look unusual. A warm bowl of rice, a spoonful of natto, a fresh raw egg gently stirred in until it coats every grain. No sugar, no processed ingredients, just pure whole food, the kind our bodies understand instinctively. But beneath its simplicity lies some of the most extraordinary nutrition found anywhere in the world. Natto is one of nature's richest sources of vitamin K2, a nutrient that Harvard researchers say plays a crucial role in keeping calcium out of the arteries and inside the bones where it belongs. For people over 50, that's not just helpful, it's life-saving. It means fewer arterial blockages, stronger bones, and a dramatically reduced risk of fractures. Then there's the fermentation. Natto is packed with probiotics, not just the common strains found in yogurt, but rare bacillus strains shown in Japanese studies to improve gut health, lower inflammation, and even support immune response in older adults. For anyone struggling with digestion, irregularity, or low energy, this matters more than we realize. And of course, there's the egg. Raw egg in Japan is extremely safe due to strict standards, and it offers complete protein, choline for brain health, and essential amino acids that help maintain muscle mass, something we naturally lose with age. Combined with warm rice, it creates steady energy without the blood sugar crash that many Western breakfasts cause. The beauty of Nattomago Gohan isn't just its nutrition, it's how gently it treats the body. Nothing fried, nothing heavy, nothing artificial. Just natural fuel that your cells can absorb effortlessly. And older Japanese adults feel the difference. They often describe this breakfast as light on the stomach but strong for the day. It keeps them full for hours, stabilizes energy, and supports the microbiome, the very foundation of immunity and healthy aging. But maybe the most meaningful part is the philosophy behind it. A morning meal doesn't need to be complicated to be powerful. It doesn't need packaging or marketing. It just needs to nourish the body the way nature intended. In a time when breakfast aisles are filled with sugary cereals, protein bars, and ultra-processed quick fixes, this humble bowl reminds us of something important. Simplicity can still be strength, and the path to living younger longer often begins with the first quiet choices we make each morning. That is the gentle magic of Nattomago Gohan, a breakfast that doesn't just feed you, it restores you. Number 5. Hijiki, the Black Sea vegetable of strength, with deep scientific insight. If you walk along the coastline of Japan, especially in the quieter fishing towns, you'll often see bundles of something dark, almost jet black, hanging to dry in the sun. That's hijiki, a sea vegetable that has been part of Japanese kitchens for centuries. To the untrained eye, it might not look like much, but to generations of Japanese elders, it has been one of their quiet secrets for staying strong as the years go by. Hijiki has an earthy, almost ocean-deep flavor, but what makes it truly remarkable is what lies inside those tiny strands. They're packed with calcium, magnesium, iron, and soluble fiber, minerals and nutrients that become more important with every passing decade. As we age, our bones naturally lose density. It happens slowly at first, then faster after 60, but Hijiki, gram for gram, contains more calcium than many dairy products. And because it's paired with magnesium, the mineral that helps calcium get absorbed into the bone, it becomes a natural balanced support system our bodies actually know how to use. Japanese studies have shown that older adults who consume sea vegetables regularly tend to have better bone density and lower rates of fractures, especially women over 65. And this might explain why traditional Japanese diets have historically produced some of the world's lowest rates of osteoporosis. But Hijiki's strength goes beyond bones. Its high soluble fiber feeds the gut microbiome, reducing inflammation and improving digestion. Two things that become increasingly important after 50. A healthy gut means better immunity, better mood regulation, and even improved clarity of mind. Modern research now shows that the gut and brain are deeply interconnected, and foods like hijiki nourish both. And then there's the iron, plant-based, gentle on the system, supporting energy and circulation without the heaviness of supplements. For older adults, especially those who tire easily or feel cold often, these minerals make a quiet, steady difference. Historically, Japanese women used to say, Hijiki makes the hair black and the bones strong. It's a poetic way of saying something science now echoes. Nutrient-dense foods create a foundation for graceful aging. But beyond all the science, there's something almost spiritual about hijiki. The ocean has a way of giving life, and this simple sea vegetable is a reminder of that. It carries the strength of the tides, the minerals of the deep, and a kind of wisdom formed over millions of years. When Japanese elders eat hijiki, they're not just nourishing their bodies, they're connecting to something timeless, something steady and grounding. And maybe that's the real lesson for all of us. That strength, especially after 50, doesn't have to be loud or dramatic. Sometimes it comes from the quietest places. A bowl of warm hijiki, a simple meal, a moment of care given back to the body that has carried us this far. When you look at these 5 foods together, the balanced bento, the warming ginger, the calming barley tea, the nourishing natto, and the strengthening hijiki, you begin to realize something. They're not powerful because they're exotic. They're powerful because they're intentional. Each one teaches a different part of the same lesson. Bento reminds us to stop before we're full. Ginger tells us to stay warm and keep the blood moving. Barley tea invites us to slow down and breathe. Natto shows us the beauty of nourishing the gut from the inside out. And Hijiki whispers the truth that strength can still grow, even with age. when the body is supported in the right ways. But beneath all of that is a deeper idea. In Japan, food isn't something to rush through. It isn't grab and go. It isn't a chore. It's a moment of presence, a quiet pause in the day, a chance to thank the body, and a reminder that life moves more gracefully when we honor it gently. And maybe that's what makes the Japanese approach so inspiring, especially for those of us over 50. It shows us that healthy aging doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require strict diets or expensive supplements. It only asks for awareness, rhythm, and care. Small choices, repeated daily, creating a lifetime of balance. So as you close this video, I hope you carry one thing with you, that longevity is not a race to win. It's a harmony to cultivate. Every meal can be a step toward clarity. Every sip can be a moment of calm. Every bite can be a quiet act of self-love. And in those small, mindful decisions, day after day, that's where a longer, steadier, more vibrant life truly begins. If you're over 50 and you want to eat in a way that supports your heart, your bones, your digestion, and your peace, subscribe to Eating Healthy After 50. Together, we'll explore more foods, more wisdom, and more gentle habits that help you feel younger, stronger, and more alive. No matter what age you are, eat gently, live mindfully,